We're live on our webcast. I'd like to welcome everyone from wherever you're viewing in Australia or around the world. This is the Science and Engineering Challenge 2017 National Final, just to make sure everyone's in the right place. Over here we have Bridge Cam. This is showing us what's happening close up in this space here. We're going to have three bridge judges here in just a moment. We've got a person looking after the release and a person looking after catching of the trolleys. All we need to do now is to find out exactly how many weights each of those bridges can carry. While I'm speaking, could we get our first bridge up here in and loaded, please? That first bridge weighs 94 grams and it's from Temple. So Temple, can you come and load your bridge in, please? Here they come. We have a score update for you as well. So this includes all of the morning scores. So this is 4 of the 12 scores that make up the total. In 8th position now, and it's still appropriate to give these guys a clap as we're going through, with 159 points is Riverside. In 7th position with 218 points is Darwin. 6th position with 221 points is Mags. In 5th position with 225 points, yes, load it up guys, you've got a minute to load it up. 5th position with 225 points is Launceston. In 4th position with 230 points, All Saints, ASC. In 3rd position with 234 points, it's Temple. 2nd position with 264 points, Bendigo Southeast. That means in the lead with 268 points, 4 points in front, at a third of the way through is the Hale School. So you guys have seen the bridges before. Very quickly, at this side we have our gold in our mind. In the middle we've got a bridge, but unfortunately our bridges, the bridge that was there has collapsed, and we've had to make a new construction to replace the one that was there. If we're successful getting the gold out of the mine and across the bridge, it rolls out here where it's going to be caught and then cashed at the bank. So first of all, let's load up our trolley and see whether we can get our trolley across. Dan is in charge of loading up the trolley. Bert's in charge of catching. He's also after the timing. There's 1 minute to load up your bridge and to make any adjustments, and that will be very carefully timed. Just put your fingerprint on the track for me, and I think you should be able to see it cross on the screen there. Are you ready to go? Are you confident? I did introduce Jim Morgan. Professor Jim Morgan's our bridge judge at the back. He's going to give us a thumbs up if the bridge is good and a thumbs down if it's not. We'll demonstrate perhaps rather than talk about it. Go! Right, so we're demonstrating success. Thumbs up. Jim, what would it look like if it was unsuccessful? Thumbs down. What would an unsuccessful bridge look like? An unsuccessful bridge would collapse, explode, in any other way, fail to take the load, or the trolley would stop in the middle, or the trolley would fall off before getting to this side. We've now got 1 gold ingot in place. Release. It's across, that's good. Now we will give you a total of 3 chances to get across here if your bridge is still in one piece. If you want to make adjustments like this, the stopwatch has started, they're turning it over. Okay, so they're sharing the love. You have a total time for loading and adjustment of 1 minute, 60 seconds only. They've used, how much, Bert? 12 seconds including, okay. So the bridge is loaded up, stepping away, finger in front, release. Oh my goodness, I think that's a fairly conclusive fail. Give them a clap. So you got 1 ingot across successfully before it failed on the 2nd ingot. Let's get our next bridge from Darwin to come along. The next bridge from Darwin weighs in at 91 grams. So come on Darwin, come and load your bridge. It's 3 grams lighter than our previous bridge, and therefore, if it takes the same load, it will score 3 more points. We give you 1 point per gram that you are under the maximum weight for that category. So, we've had the newspaper here today. We've got Channel 9 making a visit as well. We've had a radio interview this morning. You guys are absolutely famous, being broadcast all around the world on the internet at the moment. Who's going to be the eventual winner? There's been some interesting backstories going on today. We don't have time to talk about that now. But if you watch our Facebook page and our website over the next few days and weeks, you'll see some of the stories appearing. Some of them in written form, some of them in video form. This bridge here, a very interesting design. They've used extensively a new material. String hasn't been available for the regional competitions, and they've got a triangular section as opposed to some of the other designs. This one, a super flexible bridge. We need one person to stand up here and to do the releasing. One fingerprint on the track in front of the trolley, and wait for the end of the year or until I say release, whichever comes first. You ready? You got some supporters out there. Just one thing, we don't need that one. That's the way. Go. Oops. Oh no. I don't think there's any recourse on that. That has failed. And Jim is actually a civil engineer. He knows what he's saying. You're going to have to unload that. I'm sorry. You did get some points though. DJ, how many points did they get for carrying the deck? You got 310 points for carrying the deck. You could have got 500 or 600 if you'd taken a few weights, but you're on the board. Okay, can we get our next bridge up here? It's from Dale. Dale, come on down. Okay, Dale. They got lost? Where are they? Dale Bridge Builders? Hale, sorry. Here they come. So around the room today you would have noticed 8 activities. This is just one of those 8. Up the back we had Great Tea Race. It hasn't been run anywhere in Australia for about 5 years. The idea with Great Tea Race was to make a boat from plastic and from cling wrap, from electrical tape, and to tow it through the tank as fast as possible. I might be able to give you some scores a bit later on the day to find out exactly what our fastest time was. But it's not as easy as it first appears. Once we get it through the water, then we start putting weights on it to see whether it's still good at going through the water fast whilst carrying weights. So this bridge from Hale is in a totally new class. The previous 2 bridges were in the 90 gram range. This one weighs in at 75 grams. Guys, that would be a winning weight pretty much anywhere in Australia, any time of the year, except your 3rd heaviest at the national final. 3rd heaviest. So, we need to do a test and see how strong your design is. Firstly, with the trolley, to see whether we can get gold out first. Go. That's looking good. That's no doubt the strongest bridge we've seen today. And I think these guys are pretty happy about it. So this has now got 1 ingot loaded up. We're starting to export gold from our gold mine. Release. That's across. Now, I'm standing at the end of the bridge and we're just starting to see the bridge sides move apart. You may need to use some adjustment time later, but remember you only have 60 seconds. Use it wisely. Time starts now, Bert. They are making some adjustments. It is possible to over-adjust it. Okay, time stops now. Imagine that's less than 10 seconds. 2 gold ingots, release. Oh my goodness! I didn't expect that. Oh, that's gone. So they got 1 ingot across in the end. But that will put you in front so far because of the weight advantage of your design. The next bridge is from Bendigo and it weighs 74 grams, which is 1 gram lighter. Just 1 gram. And while they're loading up their bridge, I have a score update for you. Thank you, Chris. In 8th position now with 216 points, including 1 afternoon activity, is Riverside. 7th position with 228 points is Darwin. 6th position with 261 points is Temple. 5th position, 266, Mags. 4th position, 268, ASC. 3rd position, I'll read out after we test this. Okay, are you ready? You know what to do. Digit on the track in front. Just before we go, how many do you think you're going to get across? Is there a design that you thought you'd like to get 5 across, or anything is good? You'd be happy with 3? Okay. Weighing in at 74 grams. Yeah, that should be doable. Let's try it with a trolley only. Go. Whoa. Whoa. They're happy with that. So we have changed the materials for the bridge this national final. 1 ingot, go. You've got 1 across. Look at these ladies grin. They're heading for 3, but I think that just quietly they're a little bit surprised. This is 2. Put that fingerprint down, that's the way. Release. 2 is across. Now, I'm standing at the end. You've got a bit of an end on view. Just starting to have a little bit of fishtail movement there. That precedes failure, but to what extent it precedes failure, I'm not sure. Whether it's the next crossing or the one after. Are you happy? Yep. You don't have to adjust it. I'm just saying there's a little bit of movement coming in. So this style of bridge, the alignment is really critical. If this bridge gets sideways, there is no strength in the design. If it stays vertical, super strong. 3 ingots, this is your target weight. Go. 3 ingots are across. Hey Jim, I think you might have some engineers here. Yeah. Long way to travel, but it's nicer than Central West. 4 ingots, this is exceeding your expectations now. Go. 4 ingots are across. Can you see on the screen there's a little bit of movement coming in? I think 5 ingots may be okay. After that, no idea. You're going to share the love, or you can do all the releasing? No, you're doing all the releasing. You're doing a good job so far. Reference point. Any bridge that can get 5 ingots across, anywhere in Australia, good bridge design. 74 grams, very good design. Go. 5 ingots across. You may have noticed over here, I'm really hoping that isn't critical to the design. There is a little bit of movement starting to show itself now. This is the super ingot. This is a major step up from just 5 little ingots. If this were real gold, yep, time starts now. If this were real gold with the super ingot, you would be very wealthy. You'd be buying yourself, I don't know, a house or something with the proceeds. So they made a quick adjustment. That looked more like chiropractic than engineering adjustment. This is the super ingot. It's loaded up, it's ready to go. Can we give them a drum roll, please? And release. The super ingot is victorious. Bendigo have set the benchmark for the bridge, 5 ingots. That's a good design. Would you like to unload your bridge and want to get our next bridge in? Next bridge is from Riverside. Come on down, Riverside. You may recall, in 4th position with 268 points, ASC. 3rd position with 284 points is Hale. 2nd position with 303, 303 points, Launceston. Keep in mind, each activity is worth 100 points per session. So a full day activity, the bridge for example, is worth 200 points. half day activity like flight worth 100 points. Between first and second, there's now 61 points. 364 points. Bendigo southeast. There are still a lot of scores to go in. This score is going to end up probably over 1,000 points. Maximum score at the moment is just a few hundred. I must say, guys, a beautiful design, well implemented. Not saying anything about the previous design, but this one is very, very tidy. Is there a design load limit for this one? Did you think this is going to take 5 ingots or 4 ingots or the super ingot? 3 or 4? Okay, let's see how you go. Let's line up this trolley and do the tests. So if you can get 3 or 4, you'll be happy. Go. That's across. And that is looking strong. We're exporting gold now. Here is 1 ingot. Fingerprint on the track. 1 finger on the track. That's the way. That just ensures we release them all from exactly the same place. Go. It's across. And he's happy about it. Very happy about it. Okay. Who said you can't have fun doing civil engineering? This is 2 ingots. Go. That's across. I've got another score right back for you just after this. This is 3 ingots. Let me have a look at the screen here, see what you guys can see. Release. That's a pretty good deal. So if you can get this next one across, you'll be happy and you can go home and tell a good story about success. Anything after this is bonus points. Okay. Are you ready? Release. That's across. Now, we're starting to see some movement here. The bridge is starting to flex. That happens before it fails. How far before it fails, I don't know. Is it 5? Is it the super ingot? This is 5. Release. 5 ingots across. And there was a major twist as it went across that time. Do you want to make any adjustments to that bridge? You don't have to, but I'm offering you the break if you want. Okay, so Bert, can you start the watch? They're just going to check the alignment. Yeah, you can see the twist in the bridge from the end here. They're straightening it up, making sure that it's sitting down properly. Okay, there is no residual damage to this bridge so far. It's just as the load has increased, it's pushed it sideways a little bit in the rig. Take a moment, is it exactly where you want? Yep, how much time did they use, Bert? They had 1 second left, so guess what? There's no more adjustment time, folks. This is the super ingot. Can we have a drum roll, please? Go! Oh, so close! So close. But at 59 grams, guys, you are in first place for the bridge so far. Let's get our next bridge in. It's from Mags. Come on, Mags, load your bridge in. Lighter again at 56 grams. 3 grams lighter than the previous bridge. And I think we have some winners that I can announce to you. 2 winners that I can announce to you. The full day activity, catapult, was run just over here. Very much like the catapult we've run all year, except for 3 critical changes. So the distance tests have been increased in length. Instead of tennis balls, we've got happy sacks, which are both smaller and they don't roll. And the third thing is we weren't allowing you to use the long poles in the swinging arm. You could still use the long pole, but not in the swinging arm. Significantly harder than anywhere else in Australia. It was won today, and in fact still is won by Darwin Middle School. Well done, guys. So I'm guessing you have some considerable catapult experience in Darwin? Not sure. This bridge is super light. Why? Because it's super different. It's a, can I call it a pre-stressed arch bridge? It's actually 2 sections, and the design is such that it tries to transfer the weight from here to the corners. How successful it's going to be? No idea. Have you built a bridge like this before? No, so you have no idea either. This is a creative, innovative design. We were talking about it before. Load up the trolley. It could either be the winner today or it could crash and burn spectacularly. We don't know till we do the test. This is the test. Go. Oh! Oh, okay, you're on the board. How many points do they have, TJ? 394 points. It's light, and you've taken the trolley. Let's see whether we can make that some more. Go. This is 1 ingot. Oh! Has it broken? I think, yes, it has broken. So you got the trolley across. We're down to our last 2 bridges of the day. The next one is from ASC. Come and load your bridge in ASC. Another winner to announce. Winner in the afternoon of the half-day activity known as Flight, just over here. The idea with Flight was to make a glider, an unpowered aeroplane that was launched from a powered launcher. 3 tests, 1 distance, 1 accuracy at landing, 1 accuracy at hitting a target. It was won today by Bendigo Southeast College. So these are contributing to your overall scores. If you win a half-day activity, you get 100 points. If you win a full-day activity, you get 200 points. If you come last in a half-day activity, you get 10 points. If you go last in a full-day activity, you get 20 points. All the other scores are scaled between the maximum and the minimum. Do the math, see how you're going. Are you ready? Yep, go. Whoa, tidy. The ASC bridge again goes into a new lead. This is 52 grams. 52 grams. Release. Looking good. TJ, I'm going to put you on the spot, mate. Our previous bridge has taken 5 ingots. How many ingots do they need to get across at 52 grams to put them in the lead? I'll let you do the calcs and get back to me. This is 2 ingots. Go. I'm guessing you probably need to get 4 across, but I'm not sure. If you get 4 ingots across, you'll be just in front for the bridge competition. Okay, so you're heading for 4 ingots. That's what you want. Here is 3. Go. That's good. That's very good. Okay. 4 ingots. Keep in mind what I said earlier, it still applies to this bridge. Any bridge that can get 5 ingots across, a great design. Go. There's 4. And most importantly, I'm standing at the end. I think you can see a little bit on the screen over there, but there's no movement either this way or that way yet. This is 5 ingots. This is starting to get a serious weight. Go. 5 ingots across. Okay, let's have a show of hands here. Who thinks the super ingot's going across? Everyone from Maitland, yeah. Who thinks no way, Jose? So most people are positive. Who's really not listening? Okay. Let's see how we go with the super ingot. This is a lot of steel. Are you ready? Give me a drum roll, please. Go. You need to get 4 across to be in the front. 5 has opened up a lead. The super ingot has put you in a very good position. There's only 1 bridge after you. That bridge weighs substantially less. It can score a lot more points, but of course there's a lot less material in it. So I need you to hold this nice and steady because just like normal, we're going to give them a slow clap to help them across. Are you ready? Go! Oh! Super ingot was the destroyer. It didn't break. I think it's all over at that stage. There's nothing much else we can do to the bridge. Well done, give them a clap. Sorry? And the last bridge of the day is from Launceston. It weighs 36 grams. $36 grams. So it's a similar construction to the previous bridge, but they've left out about a third of the stuff. Fifth score update. 8th position, 253 points, Riverside. 7th position, Hale. 6th position, Macquarie. 5th position, Darwin. 4th position, Bendigo Southeast. 3rd position, Launceston. 2nd position, 492 points, Temple. 1st position, 510 points, ASC. And there's still 3 activities to go into that. 3 full day activities, potentially 600 points to go in. Guys, you're confident? That's a super light bridge. TJ, how many do they need to get across? I'll let you do the counts. Go. Yep, so far so good. So TJ's all over this. He tells me they need the super ingot to win on points. 1 ingot, go. Yep, let's bring this up. I think we're going to get to the super ingot. Two ingots, release. Yep, that's across. Now this is super light, 36 grams. Guys, you've got to be happy with that. That is one of the lightest bridges I've seen this year. One of the lightest bridges I've seen ever. Go. Yes. You do have a minute to make adjustments if you need it. Now, previous occasions, adjustments haven't helped a lot. This is 5 ingots. Put the fingerprint on the track for me. That's the way. Release. That's across. We're starting to see some movement here. This is 5 ingots. If this goes across, you've got to be happy. Go. Yes, we're happy. Wow. It's down to the wire. This is the super ingot. Are you ready? Hold it. Drum roll, please. Go. So you got 5 ingots. You got 5 ingots across. It broke on the super. It failed on the super ingot. Let's add that into the score and see how it goes. That's it. Okay. So. Wow, this is going to go down to the wire. Folks, today has only been possible because of the partnerships of several organisations around Australia. Don't forget that you can keep in touch with us on Facebook. You can see the postings on Instagram as well. Our supporters around Australia: Defence Force Recruiting, Alkane Resources, Astley's Plumbing and Hardware, Rotary District 9670, the Rotary Clubs of Narromine, Warren and Dubbo, the University of Newcastle, of course, proudly to be taking this program all around Australia. We're part of the Inspiring Australia program. You should see a banner there on the right, which is a federal government initiative to inspire and engage young people like yourself, or the communities around Australia, with science and engineering. We're also supported by Google, who are handing out significant prizes in terms of a Google experience for the winning school, as well as a box full of Google cardboards and virtual headsets for you. Let's see who is the winner. Chris is doing the calculations now. What I'd like to do is to invite our sponsors, Defence Force Recruiting, to come up and to say a few words, and then we can present some participation trophies. So Will and Annie from DFR, Defence Force Recruiting, thank you for coming along today.
Thanks, Terry. Hi, I'm Will, and this is Annie. I'm in the Navy. I'm a electronics engineering officer. I've been here for 12 years now. And Annie is a logistics officer in the Air Force. So you're probably wondering why we're here today. Apart from being major partners, major sponsors of this event, the reality is we would love to recruit you all once you finish high school. Okay, obviously the fact that you've made it here to the national final today means that you are the best, and the Defence Force, the Army, Navy and Air Force wants to have the best people working for us. Okay, overall we have over 300 jobs available, including various training and sponsorship opportunities. So I won't take up your time too much now. If you want to come over and chat to us after the final presentations, we do have a stand over in the corner over there. Feel free to hit either of us up and we can have a chat. Okay.
Thanks, Will. Thanks, Annie. And would you like to stay there, because here are the trophies or the certificates for each of the schools for coming along. The first one is from Temple Christian College. Can you have a representative out here collect the certificate? And could I ask you, once you've received the certificate, to just stand over here for me so we can get a photo with everyone. So if you'd just like to stand over there, that's great. Next one is from Riverside Christian College. Macquarie Anglican Grammar School. Launceston Christian School. Thanks, Annie. And over to this side now, Hale School. Darwin Middle School. Bendigo Southeast College. And All Saints College, St Peter's campus. Thanks very much, Will. Now this is where things get just a little bit crazy. What I'd like you to do is I'm going to call out the positions now from 8th till 1st. Can I get the whole team to come out here? And if I can get you to come around this way, please, and we'll get a photo of each team here. We'll then, if you're in first, second or third, give you a trophy. But everyone will get a gift bag as they're sitting down that way. So we might need to just move that camera there to get everyone out that way. The first team to come down and to try this complicated process is the school that is in 8th position. With 657 points today, in 8th position is Macquarie Anglican Grammar School. Here they come. Okay, if you'd like to make your way across there. Pick up a bag. Now we need to acknowledge all of our partners that have put these bags together. There's stuff from the University of Newcastle, there's stuff from Defence Force Recruiting, from Google, from the Dubbo City Council, and from a whole lot of our other sponsor partners. If I can get you to stay in a group over that far side, we'll get a group photo, but we'll go on to the next team now. In seventh position now, and winner of the half-day activity known as Stringways, it's the Hale School with 677 points. I should also mention that the winners occurred in the morning, so the morning session of Stringways, well done. You've come a long way, you've done very well. After you pick up your bag, you can stand over there, Dave will get your photograph. And then you can take your seat back in the audience. In sixth position now, with a total score of 724 points, Temple Christian College. Well done. Just to get here today is a great achievement. Okay. You need to be congested up the front here. In fifth position, just in front of them, with a total score of 753 points, Darwin Middle School. Winners of the Catapults full day activity. Once you've got your gift bag, please take a seat back in the audience. In fourth position now we're stepping up from the 700s to the 900s. 912 points. High achievers by any standard. In fourth position, winners of the full day activity, Hover. Winners of the full day activity, Eco Habitat, Riverside Christian College. Who's excited? I'm a little bit excited. There's 3 schools here, 3 schools left. Can I make it a little bit more interesting for you? Between first and second, there are 2 points. In third position, second runner-up today, and our first recipient of a trophy, so a little bit different this time. This time I need the delegated representative of the school to come up, receive their trophy from Jeff Smith. Jeff, could you come across ready to hand out this trophy. And then I'll get the whole school to follow up behind them and to get their awards. In third position today, and yes, here is our trophy. Thank you, Jeff. Just 2 people initially, with a score of 984. Winners in the afternoon of Grade 2 race. Winners in the afternoon of flight, Bendigo South East College. Just 2 people first. And would you like to smile for the camera? There we go, up there. Well done. So can we get the rest of the school now to follow these people across and to pick up their prizes? Okay, same deal as last time. I'll call out the placing, and by a clever process of deduction you will have worked out then who wins. But I just want the 2 people who are the representative of the school to come up here as first runner-up to receive their handsome trophy, a trophy showing that they're second place today. That school is, with a score of 1,072 points, and I led you astray before, there's actually 102 points between first and second, but it is still close. Yeah, I was excited, I was too excited. Winner in the morning of Confounding Communications, Launceston Christian School. You've come a long way and you've done really well. Rest of the school, would you like to come across and get your trophies? Well, what can I say? I was a bit excited there. 102 points between first and second. Winners overall, 2017 national champions, and winners of one activity, the bridge. But what that means is they are consistently highly placed across all the others. Is All Saints College St Peter's campus with a score of 1,174 points. So can we just smile for the camera? Where is our camera? Oh dear, mayhem out here. Just smile, wait for a moment. Okay, and if we can get the rest of the school across this way, please. Just before you go. Guys, nice and quiet, please. We've got some very, very excited people up the front. Here we go.
We'd like to thank the sponsors and all the Rotary Club volunteers for hosting this.
Yeah.
Also the Newcastle University. It wouldn't have been possible without you.
We'd also like to thank everybody who participated today, as well as our team, and most importantly, the 3 teachers who helped us get here today and do what we did.
Yeah. Thank you very much. What a day, my goodness. Well, that brings to a close the Science and Engineering Challenge 2017 National Final. Amazing results. Great competition from right around Australia. This has been webcast right around the world. Thank you for joining us today from wherever you're seated. Have you had a good time here today? Bottom line. Can I get you to seriously think about a career in science and engineering in the future? I'd like you to refocus your attention on the teachers and to travel back to school safely today. Thank you for competing, and I look forward to seeing your school represented at this level next year. Good afternoon.